Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Carson. Today I'm looking at Magazine Dreams starring Jonathan Majors, so let's get into it. There's a lot to unpack with Magazine Dreams, and I want to start by addressing the controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors following the film's premiere at Sundance in 2023 and the delay in its release. Majors' searing and committed performance was one of the standout highlights of the 2023 festival, with early award season buzz already building ahead of its planned December 8th release. Perfect timing for the award season. He was also set to join the Marvel Universe as Kang the Conqueror, and his role in Creed 3 was a revelation, cementing him as a star on the rise alongside his Emmy nomination for HBO's Lovecraft Country. But then on March 25th, 2023, Majors was arrested in New York on charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment of his then-girlfriend. He was released from custody that same day, maintaining his innocence. Multiple alleged victims came forward, and before the trial even began, Majors was dropped by his agent, manager, and publicist. Marvel also severed ties despite his appearance as Kang in Loki, and he was found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and harassment. I bring this up because Magazine Dreams is a story about the pursuit of validation and the destructive path that can result from an unrelenting commitment to perfection. There's a key difference between striving for a dream and chasing an illusion, and the film explores the idea that without self-love, you're merely waiting for the world to love you, which will never bring the fulfillment you crave. In light of Majors' personal struggles, the film becomes even more poignant, making for a conversation that's loaded with complexity. Magazine Dreams is finally being released almost 2 years after a Sundance premiere. Whether or not you choose to watch it is up to you, but this is an extraordinary story, told with a brilliantly stylized vision from director and writer Elijah Bynum. The film offers a character study akin to The Wrestler or The Iron Claw, with Majors' searing performance as the driving force. Bynum is an incredibly talented writer and director. His sweeping portrait of a lonely, self-destructive bodybuilder with dreams of gracing fitness magazine covers is nothing short of revelatory. The way he delves into Killian's psyche, always teetering on the edge of danger, is a testament to Bynum's skill as a storyteller and makes him an exciting director to watch and the film a must-see. Killian Maddox, Jonathan Majors, is a competitive bodybuilder who lives with his only surviving family member, his grandfather Pawpaw, Harrison Page. Killian is fixated on becoming the best, most revered bodybuilder, just like his hero Brad Vanderhorn, Michael O'Hearn. His life revolves around working out relentlessly, eating plate after plate of protein, and perfecting every contour of his body. His court-ordered therapist, Patricia Harriet Sansom Harris, urges him to form emotional connections with others and is concerned about Killian's mental well-being. When we meet him, Killian has just been released from hospital after a mental health crisis, and after being hospitalized following a car crash, doctors warn him to stop taking steroids immediately due to tumors forming on his liver. Killian refuses to abandon his pursuit of physical perfection even as his isolation deepens, both at his job at a grocery store and in the competitive bodybuilding arenas, where his aggressive and strained performances worry his competitors. He is driven by a beast within him, struggling to find his way through the darkness toward the light and to be as loved and adored as he feels to the men that grace the covers of the magazines. The filmmaking here is exceptional. Cinematographer Adam Arkapour plays with angles to manipulate how we perceive Killian. One-shot sequences, mise-en-scène, are used with maximum effectiveness to follow Killian before revealing him in full. In one powerful scene, Killian is beaten by 3 men after rampaging through and destroying their uncle's store. He later arrives at a bodybuilding competition, bloodied and bruised, yet resolute in participating and winning. Arkapour's tracking shot follows Killian from behind as he rushes through backstage corridors, strips down as other competitors and teams watch him struggle bloodied and in agony, and he steps onto the stage in front of the judges and audience, still dripping with blood and his body aching with every flex and pose. It's sensational filmmaking and incredibly harrowing to watch. Bynum also makes fascinating choices with the editing, lingering on characters' faces without cutting away, allowing us to feel the weight of their emotions. Harris, in particular, has only a few scenes as Killian's therapist, but Bynum focuses on her palpable concern, making her the one person outside Killian's immediate circle who truly cares for his well-being. The tension in the film is heightened by Killian's steroid use and extreme workout regimen, which often reaches dangerous levels of overtraining. At the gym, his grunts and strained exertions sound like he's unleashing something monstrous with every movement. The problem, from the perspective of those around him, is that Killian operates on a different frequency. He struggles to connect with others, and as a result, he crashes. Take his date with Jessie, Haley Bennett, a checkout chick from the grocery store. Although she agrees to go on a date, she's immediately put off when Killian, unprompted, reveals that his father murdered his mother and proceeds to spill his entire manifesto at the dinner table after ordering practically everything off the menu. It's a scene that highlights his inability to connect and also his mania surrounding his concerning devotion to bodybuilding. Whether due to drugs, isolation, or untreated mental health issues, Killian is fundamentally alone. Every day, all he sees around him are magazine cutouts of bodybuilders plastered on his bedroom walls and ceiling. He clings to the hope that his idol Brad Vanderhorn might one day respond to his letters, and eventually, Brad does, but with devastating consequences. What's fascinating is how the film frames Killian within the fog of his own isolation. He longs to be on the cover of Men's Health, to go viral with his bodybuilding videos, and to build a legacy based on his external image, yet he overlooks the very thing that makes him human: his soul. Bynum's screenplay takes Killian's story in surprising directions, often filling each scene with dread over what might happen next. As Killian's need for control escalates, so does potential harm toward others. But it's not just his relentless determination that strains his psyche, it's also how his physicality, shaped by his pursuit of perfection, intersects with his identity as a black man. He's met with discomfort and wariness by strangers, whether it's shoppers at the grocery store, police officers who drive alongside him as he jogs outside, or diners in a restaurant when he confronts someone who beat him up. Killian must move through the world in a way that makes others comfortable, even if it means apologizing for his very existence, and it shapes his self-perception and means of connection. It's almost as if weightlifting has reinforced the belief that external perfection will make him more palatable, but the beast within, exacerbated by steroids, is uncontrollable, and Killian's focus becomes all-consuming. His desperate need for validation is clear, but it's the wrong kind. External validation will never fill the void inside him. What makes Jonathan Majors' performance so powerful is the subtlety with which he portrays Killian's emotional depth, particularly in moments of vulnerability. When Jessie calls him to confirm their date, Majors captures the childlike wonder in Killian, who is genuinely shocked that she'd want to spend time with him. It's moments like these that humanize him, offering a glimpse into the man beneath the muscle. Majors' physicality in this role is extraordinary. He trained intensely for the part, and it shows. His commitment to embodying Killian is evident, and don't be surprised if this performance becomes one of the most talked about of the year. Given the backdrop of the real-life turmoil and a recent Hollywood Reporter interview, the release of Magazine Dreams is bound to spark debate. Some audiences may flock to see his performance and celebrate it, while others may feel uncomfortable watching a film so closely tied tied to the actor's personal struggles, it's a complex issue. And while it may be hard to separate the art from the artist, it's undeniable how talented Majors is, and this may very well be the role of his lifetime. This is not an easy film to watch. It's harrowing, it's dark, and at times very violent, but it's also a brilliant piece of filmmaking.
Magazine. And the entire world will know my name.
You've made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Become a superfan now for early access to all reviews, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Are you going to check out Magazine Dreams? Let me know in the comments section below, and if you have, what your thoughts were on the film, and see you next time.